It's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
Wat zijn ik voor je in deer? No scratches, all right?
이거 근데 저 뭐지? 마수의 모시기? 이거 혹시 파는 아이 아니네? 아 여기에 들어가는구나. 그래도 별론데.
That it? Fine.
아까 확실히 베이모스한테 딜 엄청 잘 들어가긴 하던데 대지해보면 덩치 큰 애들한테는 다다니트로 되게 잘 들어가는 것 같아. 어라? 아 잘못 왔네? 어째서 석탑은 이동이 되지 않는가?
Fly, Ambrosia.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Thanks, Gal.
아, 야.
well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose. Oarsman,
You did?
I think... You wanted to make Dion again?
Oh,
It's no trouble. Your Highness,
No,
our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates, no. Not after everything I have done. I have taken all because I was weak.
킹슬레이어.
I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again,
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve.
I must at the very least. Oh, very well then.
Follow me.
그냥 마지막에 알테마랑 싸울 때도 귓속말로 거기 다 태워줬을 때 귓속말로 킹슬레이어 이랬으면 지 혼자 빡 돌아가지고 더 잘 싸웠을지도 모르는데.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this.
아, 그러고 보니까 맨날 그 얘 아빠가 얘한테 주던 계속 꽃 하나씩 계속 주던 게 비룡꽃이구나.
In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift. until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm. For only then shall I be deserving of it.
그는 그렇게 되찾지 못했다.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
그렇게 계속 기다렸다.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, not to mention the Wyvern tales.
I hope the soul in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why?
What's this?
A Stolas quill. Or more precisely, my Stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers, so consider this, that one day...
Well, thank you, Harpocrates.
아, 역시 있을 것 같더니 이런 데서 주는구만. 용왕의 자비. 보자. 약간 중요 NPC 퀘스트는 이제 진짜 다 깬 것 같은데요. 나머지는 되게 그냥 자잘자잘한 것 같은데. 그리고 이런 마을에 있는 퀘스트도 진짜 자잘자잘한 것 같고.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not
설마
good
저런
for you.
마을의 퀘스트가
Cyril,
악세를 주진
found a
않겠죠?
letter from father.
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
아마 안 줄
It
것
would
같아요,
seem the late
느낌이.
Archduke penned this missive
메인
shortly
퀘
before his
아까 뭐
passing.
전우편 이런 애들은 그나마 그 마을에서 조금 저랑 많이 어울리고 그 증표도 준 애들이라 좀 약간 비중 있는 퀘였는데,
Your father entrusted
근데
them to
심지어
my
그런
predecessor,
퀘에서도
the former bearer of the
제대로
burning
된
quill,
뭐 악세
who
같은 걸 못
entrusted them
받았던
in
것 같고.
turn to me. The complete
그다음에 이제 거점
emancipation
이
of
신처에
bearers
있는
is their
캐릭터들이
stated
하나하나 이제
aim.
뭔가 사용 가지고
But your father's dream did not end there.
뭐 하나씩 주는 것 같아.
His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new, with the blight spreading ever more widely across the twin.
He wished to see men and bear. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable
아이, 그건
nonetheless.
별로 의미 없지
Had he
않을까요?
not, he would never have written this message.
하나 골라 깨는 건 의미 없는 게 만약에 설사 주는 게 있어도 제가 그 하나를 하필 깼는데 안 주는 걸 골라버리면은
Shielded you from the machinations
그냥
of
아싸리 안 깨는 게
the less benevolent person.
It's a pity only they.
But one at least remain.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she, after all,
And where is this woman?
she awaits you in the archive.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
남긴 거 왠지 피닉스랑 관련된 뭐 주지 아니 뭘 주지 않을까 싶은데 악셀을. 피닉스 관련된 건 초반에 거의 다 먹은 것 같은데.
My lord. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the
Lift up your head, Lady Godeth. You have our gratitude.
I merely did my duty.
My lady, what exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of...
역시 악세구만.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Alas, he had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be, but it was not to be.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you. It was your father's wish that you, but with his grace long since gone, you are grown men now. And while I would not presume to, I know that no...
Thank you.
What say you, Cla-
What else? Of course.
Oh, I am...
Do you know where we might find this?
I do. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins. We do at least know where to find one.
Certain specimen.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In fact, this is the very same beast. Were you to slay it in his stead?
What say you?
What else?
Let's go. Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is.
For House Rosfield.
Waken winds!
뭐야 이게 안 됐다고? 에헤. 아이 진짜 짜증나는. 너무 싸웠는데.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
Are you buying or selling? Of course. Anything else?
Oh, thank the Griffin is...
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster like frozen flame. Thank you, my lord. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godotha.
Thank you, Cyril. If you would excuse me.
악세, 악세.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Godotha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own, even if the armbands were incomplete. So...
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Of the deep love he had for both of you. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. I tried to warn your father, but it was when word of the fire reached Rosalith,
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. And so my pursuit continued. He informed me that his Grace's will had been...
Lady Godotha.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to us.
오. 근데 악세가 아니고 진짜 팔찌네?
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you play.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, let him see that you have received his...
I suppose it would be churlish not. What do you say, Clive?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. Since the day we recovered it, I prithee claim it. And I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive.
와, 이거 되게 고성능이네요, 근데. 방어력 3창 나왔는데 생명력을 18이나 더 올려주네. 전설급인데. 나 잠깐 화장실 좀 다녀올게요. 오크크라의 절벽.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
야, 이거 못 뜬다고?
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
아버지는 근데 진짜 너무 허무하게 가긴 했죠. 뭐 이렇다 할 것 없이 갑자기 뜬금없이 목을 쾅 베어버려가지고.
To the end.
And to a new beginning.
어? 이 퀘스트 깨면 그냥 집 갈 줄 알았는데 아니네? 저 보물 몇 개 남았나 한번 볼까? 다섯 개? 다섯 개? 꽤 많이 남았는데?
If Joshua's worried about
저거 뭐? 세 개는 그냥 무조건 자동으로 선택되나 보네.
Joshua, I don't think I'd realized how different.
I suppose it's not hard.
She doesn't think she belongs.
And that's why we need to remind her, to let her know that we still need her. But how to do...
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual... and Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill?
To see the snow daisies. It was the first time Father had allowed... And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down...
In the rain. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and
Then it seems you and Jill have
Man's Hill.
True. Though I suspect it is also much changed.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying...
아, 이렇게? 엥? 이건 또 뭐지?
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where...
Perhaps it's the only place I know of.
Then why not ask someone who might...
Someone at the...
살아라. 온 김에 저거 할까?
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully. Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
그러니까 리스키목 다 깼는데 넌 나한테 해주는 거 없니?
You nearly collapsed back there.
I hope you didn't have too much.
Only the...
Oh, yes.
You'll do.
Thank you. The brand is more than just one, and even 6. I became a
Curse breakers, they toil in the shadows, and yet we never want for volunteer.
conviction.
They're willing. I know your work.
It's... Thank you.
역시 악세 같은 걸 줄.
I can't keep this up much longer.
아니 뭐야 또 있네?
Glory to
What's happened?
Tyre's busy working herself. I've tried offering Clive. Will you talk to her?
아 이거 다 얘도 뭐 있을 것 같은데.
But I'll speak to her.
추억의 물건.
Thank.
은신처에 있는데 추억의 물건 없는 애가 누가 있냐? 일단 얘랑.
Well, Tyre, we all admire your dedication.
I will. Until then, we owe him that.
Who is it?
Someone from my past. It won't be much longer. If I had the tears.
Oh,
Not my tears.
You wouldn't, Ty. There must be...
Sometimes an easy death. You do well to...
We have all the ingredients. I can make...
Just tell me what...
There is a... Bring me one of their eyes. I'll make sure the other ingredient...
Thank you, Clive.
그럼 퀘스트 중에 그런 것도 있으면 좋을 텐데. 뭐라고 해야 되죠? 제가 이미 잡아가지고 저한테 있는 재료를 그냥 바로 갖다 주면은 깨지는? 솔직히 누구 뭐 마물 잡으라 그러는데 제가 안 잡아봤을 리가 없거든요. 지나 거의 초반에는 보이는 놈들 다 죽이면서 다녔는데. 하나는 지릴 거고 하나는 타르야라 치면 아까 고트 고트도 있겠구나. 3개. 아 그러니까 미드도 있겠다.
What brings you?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking...
Snow Daisy. I reckon both have similar climbs and the right elevation.
Right.
Did you learn?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadow.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, so I asked her if...
Who's sure?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself. And how might I help the garrison today?
Good girl. The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
저건
Caution, brother.
Our friends. What do you see, boy?
어우
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
가고요? 척후령으로 간 거 아니에요? 정보 수집으로?
That was harder than I expected. But found her.
원래 그런 거 아니더라도 걔한테 정보 수집으로 많이 같이 다니잖아요.
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped, so lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
포르갈 귀여워.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the Tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is
안녕하세요.
over?
Don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
확실히 토르갈이 잘 났다는데.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
오. 혹시 메인 스토리에 관여 많이 하는 NPC들이